Good evening, race fans. Welcome here to Bristol for tonight's Bristol 125. My name is Robert Hill Jr. Joining me, as always, is Chris Wright. Chris, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to watch this parade around Bristol.
Yeah, so this is our second biggest field ever here in the Pit Pass Network ARCA Series. 36 cars are slated to take the green flag here tonight. We do have 125 laps, no stages, and 4 sets of tires. As we do take a look at our starting grid, it's going to be a rather quick look through the grid, as we'll just let it scroll along the screen here. Chris, why don't you go ahead and give me your pick to take the victory tonight?
Well, Justin Fuller has been on a roll. Goes out here, and he's the only guy that runs in the 8s. And then you've got some other guys. Jacob Adams, I talked to him. He's feeling pretty good about the speed in his race car tonight. I don't know. We talked to some drivers that weren't feeling as good. So I think for a race pick tonight, I think I'm going to take the Cash James there, starting 4th. He's running pretty good. He's been on quite a roll here lately, and I think that I'm going to take him to win the thing tonight.
Chris's pick to take the victory, Cash James in car 93. It's hard to go away from Justin Fuller, but I'm gonna stick with the Mountain Man Motorsports family here tonight, and I'm gonna go with the 52. That is Jacob Adams, starting just a couple spots behind Cash James there. A couple other good picks in the field. Trey Eidson, fresh off a victory last night in the Robilas Photography Grand National Series. Of course, Justin Fuller as well. EJ O'Rourke, very strong. Ray Bracey. William White still searching for a victory as we are set to go green. Green flag is out, and it's Justin Fuller and Jay Kaner away. Fuller taking the high side here from the lead, and Jay Kaner holding steady there on the inside. Chances are, folks, we will have quite a few cautions tonight.
Oh, the 41's in the wall down here in the middle, 3 and 4.
Right as I mentioned.
Oh, and we're wrecking right there.
I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Tyler Skordensky, Mark Murphy, Justin Vandermarle. Also involved. Vandermarle should be okay. Mark Murphy. I believe all the cars are okay here. We didn't really have enough speed to get them wrecked or anything along those lines. Trey Holmes opted to start on pit road, so that might actually work out for him. Let's take a look here, Chris. Once it stops scrolling on by, see what happened. It was Murphy, Skordensky, and Vandermarle all involved. A bit of a chain reaction off of an incident there with EJ O'Rourke. We're gonna have to jump back a little bit here. EJ in 14th was in the outside wall. Skordensky goes to his inside. Looks like actually a bit of contact with Jaden Racimus. Chris, I don't know if you just saw that there.
Yeah, slight contact there.
The absolute slightest of contact between Racimus and Skordensky. I'm going to slow this down here in just a moment. Here comes the contact.
Oh,
right
and there we didn't get everybody there in the wreck. It looks like, man, I'm not sure who. I think is that the 51, but it's not the 51 because I don't see a 51.
I believe that's Harry Talon.
Got a piece of this accident as well.
Harrison Talon was in that one. Oh, Cam Barnes also picking up a little piece there. Looks like Harrison kind of stepped on it a little bit there, put himself in the outside wall. Vandermarle has left pit road. Still a bit of a junked left front on that machine. Mark Murphy.
Man, you know who did a good job right there? Jamie Haley in the 02.
Yeah, Jamie Haley back.
Like all 3 cars.
Let's go on board with Jamie Haley and see how he did through that incident. And we will get an update shortly from race control. There's Jamie Haley. Look at his mean mug there. Following Cody McCorkle. McCorkle making a start here in the number 2 machine tonight. Oh, both of those drivers actually had to do a really... Wow. Nice job by Jamie Haley. I didn't notice... Wow, okay. That is 3. 3 evasive maneuvers by Jamie Haley there. As you see on the screen, lap 1 contact between the 07, that is Skordensky, the all-black car, and the 19 of Jaden Racimus. That was ruled a racing incident, and Chris, I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight.
It was
This
the
is what I'm
slightest of
afraid of.
contact, but these guys were a bit concerned about how wrecking loose the machine is. I see Cam Barnes still on pit road. Looks like he's getting some repairs done to that machine. Trey Holmes has rejoined the field, but he is scored 2 laps down at this point, started on pit road. Jesse Racines did not take the call to start the race tonight, so we started 35. 34 were on the racetrack when we went green, and we now have Cam Barnes and Trey Holmes 2 laps down apiece, as Cam Barnes is exiting pit road to come out onto the racetrack now. And again,
Now,
Chris, just quickly on the point of pit road, this is the single pit road, so they will have to go all the way around the racetrack on pit road rather than just running their individual pit.
yeah, and that's something that they needed to know coming in. If you're a driver and you don't know that yet, it might be too little, too late. But one thing I did get from talking with some drivers here, we're about ready to go green, is that they feel like if we can get about 10 laps, the car really tightens up super quick. It takes off loose, but it gets tight pretty quick.
Exactly. Once we have the opportunity, as we get the tower up on the left side of your
Oh, we're wrecking here on the
screen.
restart. Big wreck. Jaden Racines. Oh, it's a big junk back here. I believe that's Jess Story. Mark
Oh,
Murphy,
no.
I see driving away.
Jess Story involved, Mark Murphy, Jaden Racines, all involved again. I believe Cam Barnes involved, Kendall Noah Player, Joshua Osborne, and like you mentioned, Jaden Racines again. As we'll go back and take a look here. I'm not sure where it kicks off, but I think it was around the 19
Somebody
car.
said they missed a shift. I think Jaden Racines said that he missed a shift.
A bit of a chain reaction, and just to point out here, we have multiple cars showing 51 on their machines tonight. One of them being, I believe, Brent Jones. Actually, you know what? I have not updated trading paints. That is on me. I will get that updated momentarily. But Jaden Racines, yeah, looks like he missed a shift. Colin Culpa, Andrew Hardcastle. I think there was multiple incidents right here, Chris.
I see the 94 down here.
I want to jump
That's a
down
Kendall
to
Player.
Connor Thompson, because Thompson was involved in an incident with Jess Story. Looks like Randy Canado checks up for the incident, and that turns into another chain reaction. I don't know if anyone really had any major damage there, but we will see what happens. I'm just going to quickly...
I think the 22 got some pretty major damage. He hit the 19 and shot the 19 up into the air.
Hardcastle looking all right. Harrison Talon on pit road. I believe Mark Murphy also sitting down there. Actually, he's in the process of exiting. David Dunwoody, Connor Thompson coming back out. Chris, I am going to throw it just to a quick commercial break from TA Services as I work to get trading paint. And we are back here at Bristol under caution number 2. We're just going to take a quick gander over to the Brent Jones machine, see if that updated his number. Doesn't look like it did, so we're going to force a paint update. And there it is. He's the 49 now. So excuse any lag for a moment. Jaden Racines just issued his first tally of the night. And we will restart this one single file, Chris. As you see from race control, restarts temporary single file. I agree with that. Just give us an opportunity to get some green flag laps in for these drivers. See what we can do.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to help because as someone who's done both, single file in a lot of ways is way more difficult than the double file stuff because you're used to doing the double file stuff. It's, you know, it comes easy to you. When you go to single file, some of these guys might not have ever restarted single file. And it's really hard because you're going to go green. Guys are going to be in the middle 3 and 4 trying to gas up, driving through guys in front of them who don't take off as good. It's this has the just as much opportunity to create some chaos as as not.
It's definitely not going to be overly easy, Chris, as you're aware, and I'm aware as well. It's going to take some time, as trading paint appears to be taking time as well, because that is definitely not a Bojo Bracy paint scheme. As we are back under green, it's Justin Fuller, Jay Kaner on the front row. Actually, not really on the front row because they started single file, and that gave a massive restart to Fuller. Fuller able to build a bit of a gap now. We're going to jump a little bit further back. Just keep an eye on any potential incidents. I do want to give a shout out here to Mark Keeler. Keeler making his return. Had some issues he was dealing with over the last month or so, but great to see him back out on the racetrack.
Big save here for Kendall Noah player. Big save. I thought he was going to wreck over there.
That's the 94 of Kendall player down there on the bottom, able to get his car gathered back up, working his way back up towards the front. There's Bojo's paint scheme. Nice to see Bojo on the hood. Cash James taking a look to the inside of last night's winner, Trey Eidson. Eidson in the 91 tonight, chasing down. That is not the 48. That is the 20 of Gavin Higgins, who's currently behind Jay Kaner and Justin Fuller. As I see a bit of a battle there, Mark Murphy, David Dunwoody side by side. Down on the inside, it's Dunwoody. Dunwoody losing out a position there to Mark Murphy, as it looks like caution. We have another caution. June White, Tyler Skordensky. Wow, we are under our third caution of the day. Not what we're used to here.
Story got turned here as well.
Yeah, we'll take a look. I think he got together potentially with Mark Murphy. You see there, it is Skordensky. Oh, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I think June White just lost it on his own over there.
That started a couple months ahead in June. It looked like on the racetrack as Skordensky just, yeah. June goes around on this back straightaway. Tyler Skordensky, that's a tongue twister, gets involved. You see Jess Story up top. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So, wow. Chris?
He's pretty lucky there.
Chris, did you just see that?
I did. He's pretty lucky there.
Oh my gosh, Jess Story. I want to go on the nose cam here of Jess Story. We're gonna ride here. Jess Story goes for a slide. Unfortunately, gets lucky once. This is where I'm positive he was about to crash and able to miss that wall. Doesn't hit a thing. And even that contact with Mark Murphy, I think that was a bit of net code, if I'm honest with you. So, Jess Story kind of got lucky there.
Yeah, I think he missed it probably 3 times.
Yeah. He was dodging death a couple times out there on the racetrack. Just looking through the field, of course, caution number 3 here on lap 21. Not what we're used to in the ARCA series, as I was saying earlier.
And race control has made the decision to go back to double file restarts.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Of course, the race is in the hands of Jonathan Cutlip, our race controller here tonight and all season long. That's a job that's been handed out to him, and you see there, Tally given to the 05 self-spin.
For anybody who gets mad tonight, you can find him on Twitter. Give him a follow.
At I'm Bronny Javo. Give him a little bit of a message if you're not pleased with his calls. As you see, Justin Fuller out front, Jay Kaner second, Gavin Higgins third, Trey Eidson fourth, that's Cash James in fifth, Ray Bracy sixth, Jacob Adams seventh, William White eighth, White Canado ninth, Garrett Sidnor in 10th, just behind them. The 41, that is EJ O'Rourke in 11th. 12th, Leighton Norgard. 13th, Brent Jones. 14th, Cody McCorkle. 15th, Michael Goodman. 16th, Michael Hosek. 17th, Colin Culpa. 18th, Jamie Haley. 19th, Mark Keeler. 20th, Randy Canado. 21st, Justin Vandermarl. 22nd, Josh Osborne. 23rd, Robert Smith. 24th, Jess Story. 25th, Mark Murphy. 26th, Kendall Noah player, as it looks like we're going to get set to go green here in just a moment.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some laps in here. I'd like to do a little bit of happy hour tonight for tomorrow night, and right now it's not looking good.
Well, you might get an hour out of it. Let's see what they can do. Nearly 25 in, 103 to go. Justin Fuller, the control car on the loud pedal, green flag, and we're back underway. Slow start there for Kaner on the inside. Trey Eidson able to get side by side with a bit of a push from Bojo. Ray Bracey just behind the Trey Eidson machine in fourth. One driver that is falling the wrong direction right now off that restart. Cash James, the 93 machine. He was looking strong early, but now falling towards the rear, and we are under caution.
Not sure where it's at. Not sure who it is. I heard this. I heard it, but
maybe around EJ.
I believe the 3 car might have been involved in this in some way.
Trey Holmes. Well, we're gonna jump through and see.
Oh yeah, the 3 and the 88. That's rough. That's 2 of the last 3 cars in line that just wrecked right there.
Ooh. Looks like Trey might have tried to clear himself up in front of the 88 of Cam Barnes. Of course, that is the call of John Cutlip to make, but yeah, kind of looks like Trey went to go up and just didn't have the spot to do it. I think what might have happened here, Chris, is he might have got the clear on Jada Mercedes and potentially didn't know that Cam Barnes
I can tell you what happened because he just relayed a message here in the server. He said he thought he was going to be clear. He thought he could clear him and just tried to clear himself there a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Trey Holmes and Cam Barnes. Looks like both drivers will be able to continue on. Yeah, Cam Barnes stays out on the racetrack, so should be A-OK there. Randy Canado, Mark Murphy, Harrison Talon, Connor Thompson, Trey Holmes, Andrew Hardcastle, all opting to come to pit road. Tally issued to the 3 of Trey Holmes. Thank you, Jonathan Cutlip, for your quick response there. And I am seeing a bit of a message here from one of our drivers. Let's see what's up. Oh, I'm just saying.
And we are back to single file now, too. So we'll
see what happens here, Chris. We're we're not making great pace thus far. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough start to the event here.
As we see from race control, single file restarts will remain until we get a 25+ lap green flag run. We're gonna be single file all night, Chris.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's gonna be that way at this point. I hope not. I mean, sometimes at these shorter tracks, such as Bristol, and the way this racetrack runs, you're gonna get a lot of cautions early on, and then once we kind of dwindle the numbers down a little bit, you get that long green flag run in.
You know, John's been pretty busy tonight. Maybe the next caution, we can have John up here and ask him what goes into being race control and what his job entails.
Well, John's not.
And how he makes some calls.
John's not on this Discord right now, so we cannot do that. But if John's listening and wants to come and give us a piece of his mind, he definitely can. So we're going to go green this time by Justin Fuller once again. The control car, that's the 55, winner of back-to-back races here in the Pit Pass Network ARCA Series, looking to be the first driver to go 3 in a row as we are back under green, and let's see how long we can stay that way.
You think we'll get 25 laps?
No.
Oh, we're wrecking into 3. The 12 gets turned by the 41, and here they come piling in. Oh my goodness, it's a huge wreck down here. Jamie Haley's down here. All kinds of cars are wrecked down
AJ
here.
O'Rourke involved. Looks like Kendall Noah Player involved. Jamie Haley might have got a small piece of it. Mark Keeler may have been involved. I mean, Chris,
that all started with the
at this
41
point,
and the 12.
At this point, I think we could throw away the idea of a 25-lap run. How about a 2.5-lap run? Let's try to get one under our belts here, guys. Come on. Where did this kick off?
The 12 and the 41.
The 12 of Leighton Norgard. Oh, right there. Norgard and O'Rourke getting together.
Just some contact.
Oh, Cody McCorkle involved. Brent Jones and Andrew Hardcastle. How unfortunate. Hardcastle
Michael
was just
Goodwin's down there.
trying to mind his own business. Gets collected. You see
Jamie
McCorkle,
Haley did another good job missing that wreck.
Hossack involved. Goodman involved. Watch for the 1 of Vandermeer, the 29 of Story to break through up top. You mentioned Jamie Haley.
He did a good job missing the wreck, and then he got hit by Mark Keeler there real late. Keeler came in. I'm not sure if he just lost it under braking
and
or
then
what.
Kendall Player drove through him at the end there as well. Chris, let's hope we can get a green flag run in here soon.
Oh, Michael Goodman, he's looking like a modified out here.
But you can finish decent here at Bristol with a modified. I've done it before, and I'm sure we're going to see it here, especially with the calamity and adversity we've faced thus far. Haley on pit road. Player coming down pit road. Andrew Hardcastle coming back down pit road. Jones on pit road of the Brent variety. See what he can get done. Jaden Racimus back on the racetrack. Mark Keeler, Trey Holmes, Cody McCorkle all coming down pit road. Racing incident ruled on that one. I think we're going to be okay. We should be able to continue with most of these cars still, Chris. I think I don't think anyone sustained major damage. So we should be A-okay.
Yeah, this is just as a driver in the car. If you're out here, you're frustrated.
Frustrating for
as
sure.
a broadcaster up here, you're frustrated.
See,
and if you're somebody who helps run the league, like yourself, and you're a broadcaster, and you're a car owner,
yeah,
you're frustrated.
This is definitely frustrating from a series administrative point of view as well as a broadcasting point of view. I mean, we still have stuff to talk about. So on that side, it's all right. But we want to give you green flag racing action here. I want to have cars side by side, 3 wide if they can, for as many laps as possible. But we haven't really been able to get any sustained green here. As the lights are off in the pace car, we're going to, of course, continue with single file restarts. 89 laps to go. Justin Fuller remains out front, and he hasn't really had to work to keep up there thus far.
Race control is frustrated as well. Just to get everybody check marked there.
Oh yeah, race control definitely frustrated. That is definitely a fact. As the pace car driver, well, he's not frustrated. He gets more track time. He goes down pit road. We are back under green. Let's see how long we can stay this time. I'm going to actually watch
the 44
back
machine's
here.
pretty hurt taking off here. I just watched him take off, and he is there. That car's down some power.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get that machine wound back up. We're going to watch a little bit further in the field. Just kind of keep a bit of a cycle. I see Dunwoody had a moment. He's able to gather it back up and continue on. Bit of a battle back here. O'Rourke and Vandermarl nearly making contact. That is around position number 16.
We just about had a caution. Jaden Racimus just made a great save.
Jaden in the 19, currently running as the first car off. Actually, not the first car off the lead lap. That is Andrew Hardcastle, but Jaden Racimus about 10 laps down at this point. We're just checking through, making sure everything's okay.
Tried to make a pass. and he got stuck on the bottom here and is backing up.
Bojo Bracey now under pressure from Cash James
Oh,
as Harrison Talon involved in a wreck, and he comes to a stop on the racetrack. I'm not sure if he was involved in a wreck or if he just stopped.
He spun.
Take a look here.
When I got over there, he was... Oh, we're wrecking behind him, too.
Of course we are.
Jamie Haley, I think, checked up when the caution came out and spun out. Pace car's already leaving pit road when Jamie Haley gets spun there.
Kendall, no player nearly involved in that one. Let's take a look at the 0-2 of Haley.
Yeah, the caution is already out when he spins. You'll see the pace car coming out when he gets down there and spins. So I'm not sure if he just lifted, went to the brake pedal because, you know, right here the caution's already out. You see the lights on the wall.
We saw the lights out. Oh, yeah, he just goes around, able to catch it. Gets hit by the pace car. Luckily, the pace car can drive through the drivers. Chris, caution number 6. Not even halfway in. This is not good.
And what happened to Harry? Did you get that? Like, what happened? Did he just lose that self-spin there?
He got a little loose. He got sideways. Jess Story got into the rear end once Harry was in the process of starting his spin, and that led to Harrison coming to the stop there on the racetrack.
Great job by Harry there, though.
Yeah, absolutely. At first, I thought he just stopped, which wouldn't have been a great job, but glad there was something else to it.
Yeah, and a great job by the guys to miss him, too. The 69, the 31, all those guys, the 94, they did a really good job.
Let's go ahead and bring in some filler here. Let's go ahead and talk to Mikey Goodman. Hey, Goody, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
How frustrated are you out there, buddy?
I'm not frustrated, so much bored.
Would you like to play some I Spy?
Yeah.
I spy with my little eyes something that is bright yellowish green.
Bright yellowish green. Is it the 06, the other Jetta right in front of me?
It is. Oh my, look at you.
Man, I'm pretty good at this.
It's your turn.
You guys know what I don't spy is a front clip on that 44.
Yeah, she's got motor damage, but I figure we got so many cautions going on, you know, why pit? I probably should be on pit road right now, but on that last restart I lost, you know, spots to Nogard and Colin up here, so Hasek's working on me a little bit, but other than that, I'm riding pretty good. We'll see what happens when we take the next 5 green flag laps.
Well, we'll see if we can get 5 in. But
yeah.
What do you think's the outlook on you getting a victory here tonight?
Well, the win, you know, even with the complete car, was probably not probable. Fuller's looking pretty stout up there, and he's in the catbird seat. But you know, who the hell knows? This has been pretty wild, I guess, so far.
And race control has notified you 25 green flag laps in a row, and we'll get back to double file. Do you foresee that happening?
No, that's why I'm like, aim smaller, man. That's pretty.
Yeah, I was thinking like 5.
Yeah, that's what I said. 5, maybe even like 2.
That's what I said when we saw 25. I'm like, Chris, we need 2.5 first to see what we can do. But it looks like we're gonna go green.
Yeah, we're going green.
You know what? We're gonna keep you up here for this restart. Then we'll move you back down.
All right.
Walk us through this. Walk us through this.
Looks like everything's safe because of the single file restarts. Ooh, I almost missed a shift. Hit the rev limiter a little bit.
No, that's the last thing we need because you blame us for that.
Oh, wow. No, oh, look at someone's glitching ahead of me and they're bouncing all over the place. And, yeah, we're driving around Bristol here, baby.
Now, has the car tightened up at all?
My car, a little, well, mine has because it's underpowered, so it's not as snappy as it was.
Oh, we're wrecking back here. The 36 is around the 22.
This is why I don't pit.
All right, thanks for the restart there, Goody. We're gonna go ahead and move you back down. Best of luck to you.
All right, thank you.
The 36 is still sitting over here.
Well, Chris, that was the first time we've ever. What is he doing? Get off my racetrack. Robert Smith just stopped down there. There he goes. He's off my racetrack now. Chris, let's see who else we can talk to here. Maybe someone not even... let's talk to Kendall. Kendall, know a player. You got a copy.
Yeah, I do.
How you doing out there, bud?
I could be a lot better.
Yeah, how you feeling about this race thus far? Obviously, lots of green flag racing so far. Your picture just popped up on the screen. That's interesting.
Oh man, I bet y'all love it.
Oh, it's amazing. How you feeling about this race so far? What are you coming down pit road for? You gonna get some tires?
Yeah, I'm gonna take some tires here. Maybe I had to, when I got involved in one of the earlier wrecks, I almost high centered it, so I had to floor it to get back on track. So probably burnt the rears off, and then I slid it a little bit after that.
You did a nice job of hitting your marks right there.
Yeah, it's easy to do under yellow. Under green, not so much. I have missed my stall under green before.
Well, don't worry. So far, it doesn't look like you're going to get any of those stops in.
No.
Don't speed now. Don't speed now.
So, Kendall, word is out. We need 25 green flag laps on the road to get back to double file.
We're not getting there. We're not.
I couldn't even get the question out.
We can probably get a couple laps in, but when we get to a certain point, until people get to where they're probably going to be at, where we don't have to pass, we're going to be having a yellow probably every 5 laps. But that's just how this track is.
I mean, and we're already 50. This is only 125 laps. We're already approaching halfway, and we've really not been green at all. So,
yeah.
How do you see this playing out? If it keeps playing out like that, what are you going to do to try to put yourself in position to win the race, or can you?
It's really just avoiding wrecks at this point, and where they're going to come out at with the wrecks. So, you know, that's always a wild card with this. So we got to try and figure out, keep it clean from here out, and avoid anything else that may happen. Get some Allstate in here, so be in some good hands the rest of this race. But you know, it's just gonna be
How about State Farm? You can wear some khakis.
Yeah, but and I will say this: just some strategy on the leader. They sent their pit crew home. He's not pitting at all. They have made that decision.
They don't need a pit crew.
That's one thing I thought about right there. Is like, you know, the first time I went didn't see how much damage I had, and then this time, you know, I figured I could get a set of tires where I was at. So, you know, may as well take it. Try and, if we do get a green run, maybe that set of tires will help me out.
Well, good luck here. Pace car is off. Dodge the chaos and find your way up here to a top 3.
I'll try.
Don't hit the car ahead of you here, Kendall. Get on the green. Get on the pedal. Let's go. Look at Kendall out here making passes, Chris, up on the high side of Hardcastle. Let's go ahead and get him back
Kendall's got
there.
new tires, man. He's going to go past everybody here.
That was Kendall Noah player, currently running in position 25 out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, take a look. It was a pretty clean start once again.
Look at Trey Idson. He's getting right up to the rear end of the Justin Fuller machine.
Yeah, I think these guys are feeling the pressure of this race and having to try to win. You know, this could be the winning pass. Any pass right now, with the way this race is played out, could be the most important pass of the night.
Do you see something in common with
Wrecking
the top?
Here,
Oh,
Joshua Osborne on the front stretch.
Wow, a single car incident, guys. Single car. Josh Osborne. I do have a question here for you, Chris. Taking a look from our drone camera. Do you see... Actually, you know what? Let's go blimp cam. You see anything in common with the top 3 cars here? 55 of Fuller, 91 of Idson, 9 of Kaner.
That's where they qualified, right?
Nope. Idson qualified 5th. But do you see anything in common with those cars?
Well, the front 2 are Dodges.
No. Think high above. Think roof.
Green numbers?
Yeah, look at them the green numbers might be the key here at Bristol. Maybe we should put green numbers on all the cars.
I don't know. The 42's got green numbers tonight, and he's not got all that luck going on right now. I mean, I guess he's dodged all the wrecks, so that's something.
Who's the 42?
I'm sorry, the 43.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's that? You mean William White back here? He's got green numbers. He's still up in the top 6. Who do we want to talk
I swear,
to
it looked like
now?
the 42.
There we go. Here we go. It's John Cutlip. Hey, Race Control. What's going on, buddy?
Hello. It's a busy night tonight.
Yeah, currently on pace for about 17 cautions. How you feeling about that?
Hopefully it doesn't get to that. Hopefully we start getting some green flag runs in, but
I think it's too late to hope for anything other than what we've got.
there's still some laps left. I'm holding out.
61 down, 65 to go. Maybe 10 green flag laps so far, if that. Hopefully it turns around here, but what do you think's been the biggest issue that these drivers have faced here tonight? Is it setup inflicted or driver inflicted?
I think it might just be a little bit of both. Bristol is a very tough track, and with the ARCA car, it's just really slick, and plus any contact that you make, you just instantly turn the guy in front of you.
So
Yeah.
what goes into your job? What's it like being race control, having to make these calls? Some nights it's not too busy. Tonight, obviously, you got a lot of work, but what does all of that entail?
Obviously it's just like any other night. It's just you're looking at individual accidents and just having to make calls as far as who's at fault or just standard things like that.
Well, hopefully your job gets easier here, John. I know it's been busy
Hopefully.
tonight, and we still got a lot of cars. Nobody's really been out of the race. Has anybody even disconnected or left? I think most everybody's still here, right?
There's been a couple of people that have disconnected, but hopefully we just start cleaning it up just a little bit.
June White
here.
and Tyler Skordensky appear to be the only two. Oh, and Robert Smith as well. 3 cars
Yeah,
that have
it's
left. That's it.
unfortunate for them, but hopefully we can get going here and
Let's
put on a
hope.
good show for everyone. But
Well, all we can do is hope. Looks like we're about to go green here. Hopefully we can get a nice little run in.
Yeah, we don't need you anymore tonight, John, right? We're going to get those 25 laps right here.
yep, hopefully.
Well, fingers crossed, and best of luck to you up there in the race control tower.
Thank you, you too.
You know, maybe he should have moved that decimal point instead of 25 laps. Just make it 2.5 laps.
2.5, yeah, exactly. As we're going to go green here, you know what? Let's do a lap on board with Trey Ides in the second place car as we go green. Let's see if we can do a full lap on board with Idson before a caution comes out. We're coming up on a lap car here already.
I think we'll get a lap. We've been getting one
All right,
full lap.
we
before caution.
got a lap in. I'm seeing something happening back here.
So far, so
Nothing
good. Looks pretty clean right now.
That's what we're hoping for. It's definitely what we're hoping for. This restart has started well. As Andrew Hardcastle in the wall outside of the field. Let's see.
Oh, this isn't good. Not ideal.
He's stuck. He's stuck in the wall. Release, release. Go. Chris, he's just trying to get off that wall. And he does. All right, we're going to stay green.
I think that car's pretty towed out. It might be time to load that one up. We've seen him in multiple wrecks tonight.
Yeah, looks
with
like
heavy
he's
contact.
going to pull to pit road here. Andrew Hardcastle coming pit side. We're going to watch the battle for third. Actually, I say that, and Hardcastle still down there on pit road. Harrison Talon looked like he had a brief moment. It pinged him as going pit side, so that means to me that he got really low on the racetrack. As you see, Gavin Higgins looking to the high side of Jay Kaner. Now he's going to look low. Gets back in line behind him. 70 down, 56 to go. And let's hope that this is the start of a green flag run for us here at Bristol. If not, then, well, I cursed it.
So far, so good. This is the best run of the night. Hopefully, we can keep it going.
Absolutely.
Racing
We see a
back
bit of
here,
a
right behind the
gaggle
44 is
back here.
good.
We're gonna hop up to the drone cam and follow these drivers around the racetrack. Just behind Michael Goodman, Justin Vandermarl looks to the inside. Here comes Mark Murphy and Michael Hossack. Connor Thompson throws it down low. Cody McCorkle looking to the high side. McCorkle, of course, making his season debut here in the Pit Pass Network ARCA Series. Just behind him, Michael Hossack. Hossack involved in an incident earlier tonight. Connor Thompson also involved in an incident. Actually, I think everyone in this current camera shot has been involved in one or more incidents this evening.
Yeah, and kudos to that 44 machine, Michael Goodman, being able to stay out here without...
He's holding his own, Chris.
And he said he's got motor damage.
He's holding his own here on the outside of Mark Murphy. But one thing to remember, a lot of these guys have damage in some way or another towards the rear of this field. Trey Holmes in the outside wall. He gathers that machine back up. Just ahead of him, Jess Story goes to the inside of Randy Canadle. They're chasing down Connor Thompson. Justin Vandermarl had a moment. Goody into the outside wall. The field's going to go on by. As you see Connor Thompson take to the inside. Hossack went by just a moment ago. Now they're side by side in the corner. Cody McCorkle into the outside wall. We're under caution. Looks like Josh Osborne again out here on the racetrack. Taking a look on the Robilos Photography replay machine. Maybe a bit of help here from David Dunwoody, perhaps.
Oh, he just slides right up in front of him.
Osborne really cleared himself up in front of Dunwoody. Nothing Dunwoody could have done. That was our longest green flag run of the night, I think, right there, Chris.
Oh, no doubt about it. That was the longest green flag run of the night.
With 48 laps to go, it's Justin Fuller, Trey Eidson, Jake Kaner, Gavin Higgins, Ray Bracey, the top 5. William White, Cash James, Jacob Adams, Garrett Sidnor, Wyatt Canadle in the top 10. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break here on the Elite Racing Network, and we'll be back with more racing action here from Bristol. It's the Bristol 125. Don't go anywhere.
Easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com. And we are back at Bristol. You just heard from our friends at TA Services as well as iRacing.com. TA Services, one of our premier partners here at the Elite Racing League.
alongside Blue Egg Marketing. Blue Egg is the marketing department for small businesses, small business owners. Blue Egg is your biggest fan. Worldwide Technology Raceway, a motorsport racing facility in Madison, Illinois, home to a 1.25-mile oval, 2-mile road course, quarter-mile drag strip, and a state-of-the-art karting facility known as the Kartplex. Check out Worldwide Technology Raceway today. And, of course, this is the Pit Pass Network ARCA series. PitPassNetwork.com, your home for all things motorsports, from news to reviews and interviews, as we are back underway.
Yeah, another solid start here. Oh, we're wrecking Justin Vandermeer down here in turn 1, and there's going to be contact between
Kendall Noah, Mark Keeler, both of those drivers get sideways, continue on, so we will stay green there. One driver,
the 31 gets jacked up.
Brent Jones into the rear of Connor Thompson. We caught that one live here on our feed. Let's take a look. Actually, that might not have been Brent Jones. I think that was... He looks like he went to do a slider on Michael Hosick and then just came up in front of Brent Jones. Nothing Jones really could have done there. Connor Thompson goes around. No real damage to any of those cars. But a couple real winners with that caution coming out. Justin Vandermeer, Kendall Noah player, Mark Keeler, all involved in incidents that did not bring out a caution, and now give them an opportunity to potentially go down pit road, get some tires, come back out and see what they can salvage at this point. And under the last caution, Chris, we saw Cash James come down pit road. I didn't agree with the call, but you said it might work out, so we'll have to keep an eye on the number 93 machine.
I mean, he was running in a spot there in about 8th or 9th. Gave up about 8 or 9 spots to get tires. I don't hate the call. I don't know that I would have made the call necessarily with the race that we've had.
Yeah.
But, I mean, maybe, you know, he thinks he's not going to pass those guys with the tires he had on it. Fresh tires do mean something. We've had about 20 green flag laps, had about 15 there in a row. So, we'll see. It might not work out, but if you can make a call and you only give up 8 or 9 spots, I think it's, if it doesn't work out, you know, what are you out? Maybe 5 spots at the end of the race.
True. Now, Chris, we're going to go ahead and pull up Jess' story, have a chat with him. Jess' story, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Jess, it's been a crazy race so far. I think you've been involved in 4, 5, maybe even 6 incidents out on the racetrack. I don't think any of them you're doing, just wrong place at the wrong time. Why don't you give us your insight as to what's been going on out there on the racetrack to cause all these issues?
Well, honestly, I don't have quite a definitive answer for that one. You know, a lot of ambition, a lot of anticipation, plus with the setup and everything like that. But yeah, you hit it right there. I've been involved in quite a few instances, but at least I've made it past my goal of 2 laps, so I'm happy about that. And might have a position to have a solid finish.
Yeah, definitely going to have a bit of work to do to come from the rear of the field, but I definitely think you can do it.
Oh yeah, I believe so too, especially since I'm on slightly fresher tires than everybody else.
Well, let's see what you can do here on the restart. Hopefully we have a chance to talk to you a little bit later on. Still 38 laps to go, and you are currently in position number 19. Work your way up there, and we'll talk to you on the podium.
All right, 10-4.
Well, Chris, that was just Story, currently running in position number 19 in that white and blue number 29 machine.
Yeah, and so far, everybody's pretty frustrated with the way this race is played out. Nobody's having a good time.
No, like you said, from top to bottom, nobody's enjoying this. This is the most cautions we've had in one of our Pit Pass Network ARCA Series races. I just don't think this is going to be a highlight of the season, that's for sure. As we are back under green, Justin Fuller on the loud pedal. Trey Eidson back there in second. Eidson gonna have his work cut out for him. Jay Kaner under pressure from Gavin Higgins. Just behind him, William White and Jacob Adams side by side.
I'm looking back here at the tires trying to come to the field, and right now they're stacked up behind the cars.
Some of those tires around Cash James. He's on the inside of EJ O'Rourke. Wow, there. Eric Sidmore takes the inside. Let's turn that car volume down. Sorry if your ears just became extinct with what just happened. But, oh, EJ O'Rourke almost sideways. Cash James nearly up into EJ's. They're chasing David Dunwoody and Michael Hosick. Those drivers just ahead of them there. Colin Culpa, he's looking 3 wide on the inside. Jess Story. No. Michael Goodman, Jess Story.
Kendall Player.
Yeah. Run a caution here for the 11th time. Why don't you walk us through this one, Chris?
Well, I think where that all started was with Jess Story. Something happened to him going into 3. Maybe just car got a little light. And then he stacked up right in front of all those guys. Goodman gets into him. The 3 gets in there. We see Harry. There's Kendall. Jess is frustrated about getting ran over there, you know. But there wasn't much good he could have done right there. Goody didn't have anywhere to go, and Jess was way off pace there after having to make that catch. Just frustrating there to see, you know, every driver pretty much that we talked to tonight get involved in that wreck right there.
Yeah, just about everyone that we did talk to was involved in that incident. We have another driver hanging out in Discord that we might as well pull up and
I don't know if they want to talk to you.
Let's see. We'll ask him first. Hey, Cody McCorkle, got a copy?
Gotcha.
I'm going to start this just by saying everyone we've talked to tonight has been involved in an incident. Do you want to talk to us?
Yeah, sure.
All right. We got Cody McCorkle here, currently running in position number 11. Why don't you walk us through what's been a tough race so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just trying to stay out of trouble. You know, it's really hard to pass on the inside, especially now that the tires are worn. Just trying to get to the outside of somebody and make some ground here.
Yeah, you still have 29 laps to go, currently running in 11th. What's your game plan? Are you going to try to get up to the high side, maybe rip that around, or just go wherever the opening happens to be and work your way forward car by car?
Yeah, you know, I want to try to make some ground here, but it's so risky. You try to go down underneath somebody gets on the outside of you could lose 5 or 6 spots.
Yeah, definitely tough. Chris, you got any questions here for our 11th place driver?
No, I'll just tell you, he said everybody that we talked to was in a wreck, like he implied. They've wrecked throughout the night. What happened that last caution was everybody that we had talked to tonight was involved in the same wreck that very last caution.
Well,
so just be careful here on out.
Yeah, don't go near those guys and you'll be all right. Well, it looks like we're going to try to go green here shortly, so we'll let you get back down there and get set for the next restart. Best of luck.
Appreciate it.
That's Cody McCorkle driving the number 2 machine here tonight. I don't even know what sponsor's on that car. I think it's Dodge. Yeah, Cody running the Dodge paint scheme. Pennzoil on the rear deck lid. Cody, of course, drives for Mountain Man over in the Truck Series. Just looking for some extra seat time here tonight. And so far, it's been a quiet night for the driver out of Stanley, North Carolina.
How is Mountain Man going to run tomorrow night in the Cup Series?
Well, why don't we start by asking the guy that's currently up there in the points?
What, is he here?
It's you.
Oh. Not well. We are not going to run well.
I definitely hope that we do. We're going to run on board with Cody McCorkle on this restart, as we've done with each of the previous restarts and the drivers we've talked to. You can hear it in his throttle, kind of taking it easy. Doesn't want to push too much, as you saw Jacob Adams just do a slider there on William White. Ticker's just changed over, 25 to go.
Yeah, and coming behind him is where we've talked about with these tires, and they're slowly working their way forward. Cash James is the first car, I believe.
Michael Hosick, David Dunwoody right there. Next car ahead of them is the Cody McCorkle machine. McCorkle currently 11th on the tail of Norgard and Murphy. Now battle has ensued for that 10th spot. McCorkle to the high side, Murphy down low.
Yeah, Mark putting up a fight here, trying to keep that spot.
Nice drive there off the corner by Cody. Gets himself a slight gap over Mark Murphy. Able to get back in line. Currently running in position number 10. As you see Cash James dive to the inside of Murphy. He's going to look to put himself one spot closer to a top 10 running spot. Hosick up on the outside wall. Michael Hosick gathers it back up. EJ O'Rourke nearly went 3 wide with himself. Give it Sidnor and Michael Hosick. O'Rourke backs off just a little bit. Quickly jumping back up front, it's Justin Fuller. Out front over Trey Eidson, Jay Kaner, Gavin Higgins, and move Jacob Adams. Now to the top 5 is Ray Bracey into the outside wall. He's going to get passed by William White and Wyatt Canadle, and here comes a Leighton Norgard. Currently running position number 9. 10th place car is Cody McCorkle, who is now under pressure from his buddy, Cash James.
Yeah, Cash is really making good work of those tires. You see how much better he corners? He loses a little bit being off the preferred line, coming off the corner.
If he was able... Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
This is where the fresh tires come into play. Every lap, he's out-handling these guys in the corner.
Yeah, if Cash is able to get up to the high side and have a bit of an opening, I think he's going to be able to rip and zip his way around. Jacob Adams nearly bullied Gavin Higgins into giving them that high lane. Now he's going to try to pull a slider. That 52 machine, he wants to go, and there he goes. He just bullied his way into the top 4.
I'm going to tell you, Cash James pitted from about 8th place. He just moved back into 10th with fresher tires.
Bojo
so that
back
allowed
on the wall.
him to put himself on offense instead of defense. Taking the attack to these boys.
So, Chris, we did go green again here on lap 100. We're 10 laps into this run. If we want to go back to double file, we're going to have to make it to basically the white flag lap.
Yeah, I'm not going to say we can't get there.
Cash is here. Cash is all over Leighton Norgard and Wyatt Canadle. Canadle's been very quiet in 9th right there.
Yeah, and Wyatt's backing up. He's not got the tires to be able to make the bottom work.
Absolutely not, as Trey Eidson is closing the gap on Justin Fuller.
Oh, we're wrecking the 33 here. Randy Canadle. Oh, Jamie Haley. The 31 comes in there as well. Jamie just ripped the whole front clip off of that machine.
Randy just knows the wall. Now doing a bit of a burnout on the wall. Oh, Randy, don't back into your kid. Randy Canadle nearly backing up into the 84 of Wyatt Canadle there. Let's take a look and see what happened here to Randy.
Looks like he's got some help from Jess Story.
Oh, yeah. 29 of Story into Randy Canadle. Story. Oh!
Yeah,
Jamie
I thought
Haley.
Jamie didn't check up there, but looking here, all the way back off of 4, he's got flames shooting out the tailpipe. So he just was running that high line, was committed off that corner, and couldn't get down. Couldn't get checked up enough and get down.
So 10 laps to go. We're going to go green with probably about 6 or 7. It's Fuller, Eidson, Kaner, the top 3. Jacob Adams has moved into 4th. Gavin Higgins, 5th. William White, 6th. Ray Bracey, 7th. Leighton Norgard, 8th. Cash James, 9th. And Wyatt Canadle, 10th. What is interesting is only one car in that top 10 has pit this race, and of course it is Cash James.
Yeah, have you changed your mind a little bit about coming and getting those tires?
No.
Because he's only one spot. Now he's back to where he was.
I think he's going to get back to where he was, but I think he could have gained more by staying out on the racetrack.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many green, white, checker attempts we get. He's getting about
The thing
One or
to
two
keep
cars.
in mind is that the aggression level is gonna go through the roof, if that's even possible at this point, because we're coming down to the late laps of this thing. You're gonna see the bumper used more towards the front.
Oh,
Probably
you
see
can't use
Trey
the bumper.
Idson.
If you're using the bumper, you're wrecking somebody.
Well, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen here, Chris. You know these guys are gonna try to work.
I
their
think
way
the front two are teammates, so I don't think we'll see any contact there. I think the guy in third is happy to be in third. Jay's, a lot of things happen where Jay doesn't maybe get the finish that he deserves or feels like he should get. So I think Jay's happy to be there in the top three. I don't think he's going to use the bumper. I think if we're seeing somebody that's going to use the bumper, I'm looking at fourth place, Jacob Adams. He's the guy that's been throwing some mean sliders, trying to get some track position here late. And I think if somebody is going to try to make something happen here, I'm looking at that.
I think Jake's going to try to go for it here, Chris. He has to. He's going to be up on the high side. He's going to likely start right behind our race leader, Justin Fuller.
Well, it's single file.
Oh, that's correct.
So he'll start in the same line as everybody else.
He's going to start in fourth. Yep. Forget I said anything. But I think Jake's going to try to force his way through. We'll see what happens as the lights are off. No, they're not.
They're about
now they are. Now they're off. There we go. Lights are off on the iRacing.com pace car machine. Justin Fuller, Trey Idson, Jay Kaner, Jacob Adams, Gavin Higgins, the top five. Let's see what we can do. See what can happen with just 6 laps to go.
We might have ran our last full green flag lap. I hope I'm not. But
we have 3 green white checkered attempts maximum. I think we're going to use them all. Which, again, I hope not. But they're there if we need them. As we are going to go green. Justin Fuller on the loud pedal, and we're back underway. Fuller with a nice jump on the field. Idson and Kaner working together there.
Look at Cash James. Cash James already picked 1 spot up. He's going for 2 down here in 3 and 4.
Yeah, Cash, I don't know that I agree with the lane that he's going with.
He's the only car that can do it. That's how he's made his passes.
Yeah, but he's going to throw his tires away.
You can't get to somebody's outside if they're covering it.
Yeah, you can get there for sure. Fuller and Idson, the top 2. Idson chasing down Justin Fuller. He's going to get there if we stay green.
Yeah, Jacob Adams and Jay didn't take off very good behind those boys.
Of course, Fuller, winner of back-to-back rounds
2
here
to
in the
go
Pit
right
Pass
here.
Network ARCA Series. Trey Idson, fresh off a win last night in the Robilas Photography Grand National Series, looking for his first victory of the season and first in ARCA altogether. We're going to come to the white flag this time. If we make it to the line, no green white checkers. White flag in the air, and it's Fuller out front. Idson in second, and Trey Idson's going to have to make a deep run out of here going into turn 3. And he doesn't. For the 3rd race in a row, it's Justin Fuller, winner ahead of Trey Idson, Jay Kaner, Jacob Adams, and Gavin Higgins, the top 5. And like I said, that move for Cash James failed to pay off, finishing 10th.
Interesting race. We finally got to run green at the end.
Sure.
Fuller leads flag to flag. Dominating performance out of the 55 machine.
Oh, yeah. He had to put in a lot of effort here tonight. It's Justin Fuller victorious again in the Dodge Mountain Dew machine. He's going to burn it down, probably just because he wants to feel what it is like to spin here at Bristol as well.
And that all goes back to qualifying. Qualifying were the most important laps of the race.
Yeah, this was a rough one. Fuller, Idson, Kaner, Adams, Higgins, top 5. White, Norgard, Canadal, Bracey, and James the top 10. McCorkle, Sidnor, Murphy, Hosick, O'Rourke the top 15. Culpa, Vandermeer, Brent Jones, Dunwoody, Thompson the top 20. Osborne, Dallin, Goodman, Haley, Player 25. Keeler, Barnes, Racimus, Jaden Racimus, Randy Canadle, and Jess Story the top 30. Then it's Trey Holmes, Andrew Hardcastle, Robert Smith, Tyler Skordensky, and June White rounding out the field. We're going to work on getting some of our podium finishers up here. Looks like we have Jay Kaner standing by for third place interview with Chris Wright.
Joining me now is Jay Kaner. Jay, it ultimately came down to where you qualified for the most part. So was there ever any thought given about pitting? And talk to us about what it was like to pace there for most of the race.
No, there was really no thought of pit, and I was trying to watch behind me to see if anybody more than like 6 or 7 spots back actually did, because Jesus, I think we were 75 laps in there and we were still clicking off like 14 nines. So I figured that anybody that did pit would burn their stuff up trying to get back through the field there. So it really wasn't a consideration unless the leaders came in with me.
Do you think that there was any opportunity to try to make something happen there for the win, or were you guys just all kind of stuck where you were without, having really any tire wear tonight?
Not on my part, no. Trey and Justin there were pretty good, and that first longer run that we got, I tried saving some tire in the beginning of it and then pushed a little hard at the end, and I think that was the difference on what I used up there. And then every run after that, I was just trying to just save the right front there and just maintain so I wasn't burning it up.
Well, Jay, before we let you jump out of here, are there any sponsors you want to thank or shout outs you want to give?
No sponsors, just shout out to all the friends and family and neighbors that watch the streams here, and shout out to Brandon Ultra. He's watching from the sidelines, making some paper to go real car racing. So that's about it.
Well, congrats on the podium finish tonight. We look forward to seeing you again next week. I'm not sure where we are next week.
I think Talladega.
That sounds right, Talladega, which would be a Gen 4 race. So we look forward to seeing you there and having a good run there next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
That is Jay Kaner, your third place finisher. Now standing by with Chris is Trey Eidson, your runner-up tonight.
All right, joining me now is yesterday's winner, tonight runner-up, Trey. Take us through the race, and could you have done any more there in qualifying to try to get the track position to keep for the race?
Oh, absolutely. I think if I could have, my first lap, I hit the wall off 2. If I wouldn't have done that, the relative was like so far in the green, I probably would have ran like a 7, as long as I didn't screw up 3 and 4. So I just didn't put together a good qualifying lap. I knew passing would be tough. And then with all the cautions, I knew at some point everyone was going to be like, well, screw pitting. So then you couldn't really gain anything. So don't know what I could have done different other than get the pole. Felt a little quicker there at the end. I figured something out with some of there's like seams where the concrete meets. I figured something out there. And he looked like he was struggling on exit. But it's so tough to pass. I was telling Fuller in our channel, like, the one, I don't even want to call it a long run because we didn't really have one, but whatever the longest run was the other night, the game like calls out what the leader ran every now and then, and like every time he would call it out, I would either match him or be like 100th quicker. So it's just me, Fuller, and Jay seem to be all the same speed. So I think if Jay was leading or I was leading or whoever, like you'd have the same scenario. Everybody would have just kind of stayed where they were.
Well, before we let you jump out of here and prepare for next week at Talladega, are there any sponsors you want to thank or shout out you want to give?
Nope, just thanks to you guys. Everybody that puts this together. I know the admins had their work cut out for them tonight, so appreciate their patience and just all the sponsors of the league. It's a fun league. Glad to be a part of it. Glad to be able to be around here more. It's got a good thing going.
Well, all right, congrats on your runner-up finish tonight, Trey, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Appreciate it.
That was Trey Eidson, and finally standing by with Chris is your three-peat winner, Justin Fuller.
And here's Justin Fuller. Justin, it's getting to be like clockwork. Are you ever going to stop winning here?
I mean, we go to Talladega next week, so yeah.
Don't have too much faith in your ability at Daytona or Talladega, or just the fact that it's a crapshoot?
Oh, it's just a crapshoot. I mean, I won at Daytona, 3 weeks ago, so I feel like I'll definitely be in contention for it. But anything can happen there. You can end up on your roof, end up in the fence real quick, and get involved in somebody else's mess. You could cause the mess. So it's just, it is what it is at that point. You're along for the ride at that track for the most part.
So you did everything right. You led all the race tonight. You got to lead every lap, 100%, flag to flag. However, it all started in qualifying. So talk to us about that qualifying lap that ultimately put you up there in control of the race.
Yeah, the qualifying lap was actually really good. I feel like I left a little bit on the table, but I don't think there was too much more in it for me. So I was pretty happy. I think that's my first pole at Elite. I think Robert told me last week, I've won the races from the other 2 races from the 3rd starting spot, so we had to change it up a little bit.
Well, and before we let you jump out of here and start celebrating your victory, are there any sponsors you want to thank or shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, well, thanks to Pit Pass Network for sponsoring the series. Thanks to you guys for putting the broadcast. Go back and watch us tomorrow at work. Thanks to everybody that raced. Thanks to Trey for being a good teammate there, racing me clean. Also for keeping me looking good on the racetrack everywhere that I race and every time I'm on the track. He does a phenomenal job painting these cars. Thanks to all the admins for what they do. It's awesome. I'm having so much fun at this league. I haven't had a single race where I haven't had fun yet. So looking forward to the next one, which I think for me will be Sunday night in the Truck Series. So yeah, just looking forward to the next one and having a lot of fun.
Well, congrats on the win. I don't know if I'd go back and watch this if I were you. It was a whole lot of caution, a whole lot of filler. So maybe just wait for next week and go back and watch Dega, where I think we're going to have a pretty good show in the Gen 4. And good luck next week in Dega. Congrats on the win tonight. Looks like you're trying to separate yourself here as we get ready to start the playoffs. So good luck on the rest of the season and having a run at this championship.
Thanks. You guys too.
That was Justin Fuller, your winner once again. And Chris, speaking of the playoffs, I do want to quickly run through the playoff field as they stand with just one race remaining in the regular season. Jacob Adams is your regular season leader by 8 points. He has officially locked himself into the playoffs. Also locked into the playoffs is a Leighton Norgard in second. Nobody else locked into the playoffs mathematically as of yet. Michael Hossack, Colin Culpa tied for third. White Canadal in fifth. Trey Eidson sixth. Cash James seventh. William White eighth. Hunter Smith ninth. Ray Bracey 10th. David Dunwoody 11th. And Garrett Sidnor is 12th. Currently the last car in the playoffs by just 4 over Corey Abbott. 6 over Jay Kaner. And then it is 12 back to Mark Murphy. 13 to Gavin Higgins. 15 to Connor Thompson, and 19 to Justin Fuller. So Fuller's only 19 points out of the playoffs at this point after missing 3 races. I guess it kind of helps when you three-peat. And the one thing about this series is it's point-based. So nobody locks in off of wins.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a great show, and it's going to be something different. Don't think it's going to look like the same race that we had at Daytona. It's going to be in the Gen 4, so it's going to be faster. The times are going to be up. The runs are going to become,
and it's Talladega.
Yeah, and it's Talladega. I think we'll be able to work the high side a little bit more. It's going to be an interesting race as we get ready to set the playoffs. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited for tomorrow in the Cup race at Watkins Glen. Got a full slate of racing here coming up. I believe they're racing Thursday as well.
Yeah, Thursday in the Warriors for Peace Open Wheel Series, we're going to race at Michigan. That will be a full-length race, 500 miles, 250 laps for the US 500, presented by IndyCar1909.com. Tune into that one for sure. Tune in tomorrow night as well at Watkins Glen, like you mentioned, Chris. That should also be a good race right here on the Elite Racing Network. 61 laps there. It's always tough when we go to Watkins Glen. I don't have a very good record at that racetrack.
Yeah, I said earlier that we were going to have a shot to run very good, but I think we'll be all right. I like Watkins Glen. I'm going to get over here for the last hour of happy hour and do some practice and get a feel for it. So maybe you'll join me over there. And Watkins Glen's a good road course. I think I should be able to run around 10th. I don't have the alien speed that we're going to see out of Ethan Stanley or Tyler Fody tomorrow night.
David Tucker.
RC if he shows up. So
absolutely.
But I think we can run in that group right behind him.
Absolutely. And Chris, I think that'll just about do it for us here tonight on the pitpassnetwork.com ARCA series broadcast of the Bristol 125. We'll be right back here Tuesday night next week for the regular season from Talladega. Thank you to Jonathan Cutlip, David Huckleberry, Chad Frankfield for everything they do behind the scenes. Thanks to all the fans for tuning in. And thank you, Chris Wright, for joining me tonight. As always, this has been another presentation of the Elite Racing Network. We thank you for stopping by, and we hope that you'll join us back here again tomorrow for Cup Series action from Watkins Glen. Have yourself a good night, everybody, and on behalf of Brent Jones, cheers.